What is up, everybody? This is Richie with the Call Out Podcast. Welcome back to another one of our radiocasts from wherever you are, whether you're doing the dishes, cleaning your house, driving around the city, whatever you may be doing. Thanks for tuning in to today's radiocast. If you listened to our radiocast last weekend for UFC Fight Night, you know that the plus 850 prop bet for Ilia Topuria to win by decision, that hit. Hopefully you guys were able to cash out. Also, the over 2.5 plus money bet, that hit as well. And the parlay for Ilia Topuria and the over 2.5, that hit as well. So hopefully you guys were able to cash out. I don't know if we're going to be able to cash out this weekend, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. I just can't really see anything that I'm really confident about, but we'll go over it momentarily. Let's just talk a little bit about Ilia Topuria's performance against Josh Emmett, man. That was dominant performance. He did the right things. It looked like he knew he was going to have to go 5 rounds, so there were some times where he was resting, but even then, throwing the jab a little bit, staying busy. Josh Emmett, though, he looked dangerous. You know, he was trying to throw that knockout punch, didn't quite get it, didn't quite get close. I know he clipped Ilia a couple of times, but it was more of just the danger, just trying to play it safe, I think, just making sure not to get caught. But Ilia went 5 rounds as we predicted. That was cool to cash out on that. And, man, Josh Emmett took a very unnecessary beating, but we salute you over here on the Call Out Podcast, Josh, for hanging in there 5 rounds. Like I said, he still looked dangerous all the way up into the 5th round. You could tell that he was dangerous because he was landing some combinations that Ilia wasn't liking, so we ended up just taking him down, which tells me that he just wanted to take him down, hold him down, wait for the 5th round to be over, and make it all the way to decision. Get your hand raised. Great job, Ilia. Great fights last weekend. Let's get into this weekend. And we got UFC Fight Night, Strickland versus Magamedov. And I don't know about this one. Sean Strickland fighting Magamedov. I don't really know what for. Magamedov only has 1 fight in the UFC, so I don't know about this because I like Magamedov, and I feel like giving him someone as seasoned as Sean Strickland. He's got so much experience over Magamedov. I would say Sean Strickland should win this fight. So, why would you set up Magamedov for a fight like that right away? It doesn't really make sense to me. But let's check the tail of the tape here. They're both 32. Sean Strickland is 6'1", where Magamedov is 6'2". And Sean Strickland has got a 76-inch reach, and Magamedov has 78-inch reach. So only 2-inch difference. But hey, that's still big, right? Every inch counts. So the thing about this is that Sean Strickland is a favorite. So you're going to have to take a little minus there if you want to bet. I kind of want to bet on the underdog here, Magamedov. There's not a lot to back him up. He only has 1 fight in the UFC, knocking out Dustin Stolfus in the first round. I need more. I need more to be confident in him. But if you look at his record before the UFC, he's at 24-4. That's still really impressive. And seeing his fighting style, I can totally see this being like a Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland type of deal. Sean Strickland is kind of basic with the striking, but it's very durable and very reliable. He doesn't really do anything crazy. He's got high pressure, so he's really aggressive. Maybe Magamedov can counter and maybe catch Sean Strickland coming in. In the wrestling department, it's going to be interesting to see who wins there. Maybe Strickland does a lot of work against the cage, trying to tire out Magamedov. I don't know. That's going to be an interesting matchup. I don't really want to bet on it, but if I did, I'd probably take Magamedov. I'm going to take the underdog there and just have faith that he is the bee's knees. He is the next best thing. So that's what I'm going to do for that main event. The co-main event, we got Damir Ismagulov versus Grant Dawson. This one's kind of weird as well. I do like Demir. I feel like his style is kind of plateaued, though. I feel like it's kind of the same, not really improving. He kind of does the same thing, right? He usually goes to decision as well, so he's going to be a little bit more technical out there. He's got great stand-up. His wrestling is pretty good as well. I think he's got a good takedown defense and like a decent double leg. Grant Dawson, I would say his striking is nice. I don't think it's as technical as Demir, but Grant Dawson can definitely knock you out. His wrestling is good, and I think his grappling is a little better than Ismagulov. Like, kind of seeing his last fights, his record, he does like the submission win. He likes to go for the kill as well. So that's telling me that he's going to try and get Ismagulov out of there, or at least he's going to be pushing the pace. Demir he usually likes to push the pace. So if Grant can kind of just make it his fight right away, I can see him winning by either decision or by, I would say submission, since he wins by submission most. But that's just the main event and co-main event. I mean, we still got some other great fights on this card. We got Michael Morales, the young buck, 24 years old, facing the 37-year-old Max Griffin. He's 19-9. Michael Morales is 14-0. So it's going to be interesting. We got Michael Morales with a 3-inch reach advantage over Max Griffin. It's 79 inches versus 76. Michael Morales is 6 foot, and Max Griffin is 5'9", so we also got a height advantage as well. Man, this is going to be an interesting fight. I feel like someone's going to get knocked out here. I don't know how to bet this fight. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy and just watch this one because I'm going to watch them all, of course, but I'm not going to bet this one. This is just going to be a good scrap. I think Max Griffin has a good chance of catching Michael. He's a little bit more seasoned than Michael is. He's older. Maybe he says, hey, one night you're going to shine, but it's not going to be tonight and it's not going to be over me. As long as Max Griffin goes in with that mentality, pushes the pace, sets his dominance, uses his wrestling, I think he can get Michael. That being said, Morales, Michael Morales, he's a rising star, repping Ecuador, fighting for Ecuador. And UFC, they're putting a lot behind him. He's got the reach advantage, he's got the height advantage. He's very skilled with the stand-up, too. He's got some slick stand-up, nice uppercuts, nice hooks. It's going to be an interesting fight. I don't know who's going to win. I think I'm going to root for Max Griffin, though, on this one. I'm going to root for the underdog on this one. This is going to be a scrap. Make sure you tune in for that one. That's the Coco main event. And we got a bunch of other fights, man. Ariana Lipsky versus Melissa Gatto. Ishmael Bonfim versus Benoit Saint Denis. And we also have the return of Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee is going to be returning to the UFC, and he fights on the prelim card main event. So I think the prelims start at 1, and he'll probably end up fighting around like 3:30. So that'd be the main event for the prelims. And then the main card starts at 4 p.m. So don't forget to mark your calendars because we got a bunch of fun fights to look forward to this weekend. All right. Well, hey, when that music comes on, that means that it's time to wrap up. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another Radiocast. It's your boy Richie signing off. Stay fresh. See you soon.